Hello and welcome to Everyday Petrolhead. I'm your host Terrence Anderson and welcome to my channel. Now I know it's been a while since I've done a video. There's many different reasons. A little bit of it was fatigue because there's a lot of videos non-stop for a little while. But I'm also in the middle of finishing up my bachelor's degree. I have like one more semester to go. So the tolls of senioritis and everything that comes along with it was taking itself out on me. And of course, as well, I needed to focus on some time with the family and do some other things and just get some things in order. So now that we're almost nearing the end of the semester and I have one more semester to go before I can focus on family time, making music production again because I'm finally deciding to get back into making music, and cars. We're gonna have a couple of sporadic videos here and there, but we'll get back to it and hopefully everybody enjoys what I have in store for the future. As you may or may not know, I have done a lot of work in that already, and I plan to showcase a little bit of music on my channel from the stuff that I plan to create in the future. I've done some fairly good work in that field. I have a lot of placements on TV with that and a gold record from an artist on Def Jam, film placements, etc. So it's one of those things that I have decided to kind of step away from, but I've decided I'm going to go back to it after my wife and I had a nice discussion about it. And it made sense for both of us, so here we go again. That being said, I plan to also continue doing videos, so I'm sorry for the long break. I just really needed to focus because some of the classes in my senior year have just been really rough, and that plus kids and a wife and a life, it's a lot. As usual, the problem child is giving a headache. I have a love-hate relationship with this car. I love the way it drives. I love everything it does for me. Like, it's amazing. It feels amazing when I'm driving it. But then, of course, the problems come along, and it's been difficult. As you can see from all my older videos, I have a well-documented history of dealing with the car. Not as bad as many others that I've had, but dealing with the amount of sheer plastic in and around the engine has been ridiculous. The latest culprit has been the water pump that decided to go out. Now today we're going to find out if it's true that the impeller for the water pump is plastic, which would be really bad considering that's the part that's on the inside of the engine, or engine facing side with the water or the coolant flowing through it. The idea that a plastic one is a good idea is just ridiculous. But either way, I've had damage to the pump. Luckily, as soon as it happened, I shut the car off and pulled off to the side of the road, and I was able to get it towed home thanks to AAA. But it has sidelined us for a while with one vehicle, and there's some other things in store going on with the Ford that we'll talk about later. More so things that that would have happened by this point with that car. So we'll get to that another day. In any event, rather than do an entire tutorial on how to do this, because there's tons of videos on how to do this, we're going to fast track this. I'll play some music and we'll talk as I run into things and see things and say, you know, take a look at this, etc., etc. Sounds like a good idea? All right, let's get to it. Down here, here's the problem. So down here, this is the water pump, like way down here. And look at this. It is not supposed to be like this. So now I have to take this off and try to salvage the situation the best I can. So half the problem, this thing looks like it's made of plastic. That is very disappointing and annoying. So I'm going to take this off. It looks like I'm gonna have to go pick up a pulley in the morning. And here's half the problem. This pulley is plastic. I'm not sure why this was a plastic pulley in the first place, why this was even a choice, but even you could see the grooves and divots on this side of the pulley. I don't think I can reuse this because I think it would just chew up the belt. The belt's actually in good condition, so I got lucky, but this would chew up the belt. So this has to go and has to be replaced. And if you look at the water pump itself, it is mangled. Now my understanding is the impeller inside of here is plastic, which it shouldn't be plastic, but you know, sorry, I'm getting over a cold, so I'm sniffling a little bit. It shouldn't be plastic, but once I get this thing out, we'll take a look and see what's going on. Now this is the replacement pump. I'm not gonna be able to get it in today because I'm realizing that I need to soak the bolts on the crankcase balancer. So I'm gonna do that overnight. I'm gonna let it soak overnight. And then hopefully the WD-40 will do its magic and I'll be able to get in there tomorrow morning and get it out. But as you can see, there's no play in this one. All the components are metal, including the impeller. So tomorrow, I guess we'll find out if the impeller for that is plastic or metal.
Tomorrow for sure.